Alright gang, I decided to make a little video tonight because there were so many students that were sick today. I couldn't even believe it. So here you go. So first we started with a warm-up, and let me sort of fix this. It had a little dx there, could have a set of parentheses there. So I was showing how simple it is to really integrate this. If it was this form, you could do a u sub, but it's really unnecessary. Remember, when you have something like x minus 1 as the denominator, you really could go right to the answer. So you could really say this would be 2, and then this would be natural log of the denominator, x minus 1, and then plus c. So it really would be that simple, okay? So if you can make fractions this simple, then it's really easy to integrate. Well, sometimes the fractions are not that simple, but we try to turn them into simple fractions. So let me show you what I mean. So let's say that Sunny, shush, sorry, that's my dog, shush. So let's say that the integral would look something like this. That's not as simple, the denominator is not as simple, but what we can do is we can try to make it look like this as two simple fractions, and then it'll be really simple to integrate, and you can tell this one turns into this, and this one turns into this. So we're actually going to look at that one as our first example and figure out how do we turn this form, this fraction, into this fraction to the right. Okay, so many of you learned this in pre-calculus or in honors algebra 3-4, so really just refreshing your memory. And then the main new part is just the fact that we're integrating when we're done so that we can easily get our final answer. Okay, all right, let's see what we can accomplish here. All right, so this is 7.5. The assignment, by the way, is number 119, and it's 6 through 10 only, and it's not any book. So we're just going to do this practice sheet. I put it on Canvas so you can access it that way, or you can grab one tomorrow in class. All right, let me write that first example here, and then we will figure it out. All right, so hopefully it's letting me write. Come on, you little rascal. Okay, I'm gonna just write it as a fraction without the integral, and then we can add the integral afterwards. Okay, it's not quite letting me write. Hold on a second. Okay. All right, so let's say that's the fraction, and we want to write it as simpler fractions. So what we want to do is definitely start off with making sure that the denominator is factored. So we've got x plus 5, and then the bottom factors nicely. It would be x plus 2, and then x minus 1. Okay. So then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to say, because we have x plus 2 and x minus 1, we're going to make those the denominators. So this is going to be x plus 2, and then this is going to be x minus 1. And we don't really know what the numerators are going to be, so we're just going to let them be a and b. All right, so the first step when we do this is we want to multiply by the LCM. So multiply by LCM. So we don't have to, reinvent the wheel as to, hey, what's the least common multiple out of these fractions? It's always going to be whatever is on the bottom here. So we're going to multiply by x plus 2 times x minus 1 on both sides of the equation. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and write that on both sides of the equation. So I have, oops, I don't know what happened. Awesome. Oh, cool. I lost all that. I got a bummer. Oh, it's back. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to write that on each side. So I'm going to have x plus 2, if it lets me, x plus 2 times x minus 1. And then on this side, I'm going to write it as well, x plus 2 times x minus 1. And then, of course, this one also gets an x plus 2 times an x minus 1. So we're multiplying that on both sides of the equation. Okay, when you do that, what will always happen is that these will cancel out, and you're going to be left with just the left side, which is the left side, just the numerator, so x plus 5. And then on the right-hand side, the x plus 2's will cancel out, so that'll be a, and then that'll be x minus 1, and then plus b. And then you can see the x minus 1's cancel out, so then that would be x plus 2. All right, so let me just write that step, because I want to write that again on the next slide, because I know I'm running out of room already. Okay, so let me write that same thing on the next slide. And then I should have enough room to finish it here. Okay, so I got, you gonna let me write? Oh man. Okay, so I got x plus 5 equals a x minus 1 plus b x plus 2. All right, so now what I'm going to do is use the distributive property. Just multiply this together. So that's going to give us ax minus a plus bx plus 2b. And then on the left side, it's x plus 5. All right, the next thing you want to do is you want to group your x's together, the terms that have x's, so these two. So just put them a little closer. And then you want to group the terms that don't have any x's, put them a little closer. Minus ax plus 2b. Oh, sorry. The ones that don't have x's. So the ones that don't have x's, we have minus a and then plus 2b. Okay, on the left-hand side, we still have the x, and we still have the plus 5. And you'll see why I have them kind of written in those colors in a second. And then next, we're going to go ahead and factor out the x. Now, normally when we factor out the x, we put it on the left-hand side, but I'll kind of show you why I like to put the x on the right side. Either way, it's the same. You can tell if you distribute it, it's exactly the same. All right, so this side. Okay, now as you look at this is an equation. So the left side of the equation must equal the right side of the equation. So anything that's in front of the x has to equal whatever's in front of the x here. So there's a 1 there. And then whatever is the constant part here has to equal whatever's over on this side. So what that does is that sets up a system of equations to solve. So this is your system. The system is going to be a plus b is equal to 1, and then it's going to be negative a plus 2b is equal to 5. This system, you can solve it however you like. You can use elimination, substitution, or even the calculator, which we might do on the next example if I have a chance. So we add these together. You can tell the a's eliminate. So that's going to be 3b equals 6. So b equals positive 2. Then, of course, you can plug it in, figure out what the a is. So when you plug it in, let's just say that the a turns out to be negative 1. Okay? So now we know what the numerator should be so that we can rewrite, those two fractions. So let's say that our starting problem turned out to have an integral in front of it. Then it would be equal to the integral And what we would do is we would take that little -1 and we would put it over top of, now I forget what order I put it in. I have to look back at it. Oh, booger. I must have had the x plus 2 as the -1. So -1 over x plus 2, and then plus, and then the b is the 2, so then that would be over the x minus 1, and that would be dx. So again, if the original problem had a big integral in front of it, then this is what it would turn into. And then our final answer would be easily integrating this, so we would say negative natural log absolute value of x plus 2 plus 2, and then natural log x minus 1, and then plus c. And that would be it. So pretty simple. So I may just call it good on that one and figure, any more problems are going to be really similar to this. And then you can ask me a little bit later about the calculator action. I just want to give you a little tidbit just to remind you about this process. Okay? Good luck.